let me encourage you. It's going to be all right.
That's right.
It's going to be all right.
That's right.
You know, before I get started, I want to thank some people. I want to thank God first. So everything flows through Him. And give Him all the praise, the glory, and the honor. Then I want to thank my family, the mother and father, for doing whatever they were doing in the middle of the night or the middle of the day or whatever. They get me here. I want to thank them too. All right? I want to thank my children. It's nice to have an extended family. You know, when you don't really have a strong family of your own and you're married to another family and it gets stronger that way.
That's right.
We have 5 kids between us and I enjoy every moment of it.
Right.
I want to thank my wife as well. I got to go home and sleep. I got to mention her too. But she put up with me real good. And she told me one day that I was going to stop calling her that, and I did. She said, I'm not your mother or your ex-wives, because I've been married. That's my 5th wife. So that's kind of stuff you go through when you go through a lifestyle molestation and stuff like that. Kind of don't know what to do.
That's right.
Or when to do it. So you just kind of swing it and fling it, whatever you got to do. And wing it. So, but when she said that, it kind of started changing things, you know. I'm not your enemy, you know, and I'm not your mother. Oh, Lord. And I know who my mother was. And my mother was everything I was calling her. Wow. So I had to give it, you know, take it back and say, well, you're not my mother. You are my significant other. And it's been very good after that. You know, hey, you know what happens when you stop that mess? Things start getting better around there. But hey, there's a happy wife, happy life, right? So I didn't know what that meant until I stopped calling it that B word. That's right. I said, yeah, this is better. I like this, deserving, right? So I want to definitely thank the Sister Gwen.
Absolutely.
And Phil, where they at? Phil, that's Miss Gwen. See, Gwen, she has other space in this building, other rooms. And for your wedding, any needs that you have, please check with her. Let her take you on a tour. It's awesome through this building, okay? And we've been wanting to do something for a long time, and I said it to her today. I said, thank you so much. I mean, we've been wanting to get together and do some work for the community for a long time. Wow. And this is it, okay? I've done a lot of things in the community, but this is definitely the biggest of them all. I want to thank myself.
That's right.
I want to thank myself for being encouraged and having the courage to do the things that I do.
That's right.
And giving myself the permission to do the things that I do and doing well. And I thank myself for that. Right? I really do. And I also thank the community. That's you all.
That's right.
Because this is what the fight's all about. You know, it could be 1,000 people in here, and I'll still do the same thing.
That's right.
It's not 1,000 people in here, and the most important people in the world today are here.
That's right.
That's what matters. You're important, okay? We're important, and we're going to prove it in a minute, right? I want to thank Keon Lee for opening up his heart to do the things that he's done ever since I met him. It's been on and popping, right? And last but not least, I want to thank Damon Amin Meadows, right? The co-founder of You Gotta Tell It. And he told the story, and that's how I'm leading into it. So one of the barbers, I think Barbara D, came over to the warehouse, my warehouse, right around the corner here. And he said, we want you to get on a talk show, you know, it's a business show. I said, okay, I like that. I've been on probably about 1,000 business shows. We can do this. When is it? It's on Thursdays. I said, okay. I said, what about this Thursday? What's going on? You know, know, why put it off the next Thursday? We do it this Thursday. So he said, you know, could we touch base with you? You said, yeah, Thursday night, come on down, we're going to chop it up, right? So I said, okay. So I go on down there, we chop it up, we doing business, talking all that business stuff, right? So got around the period around 10 years old, 11, 12, what was I doing right around then? Well, I learned economic business from two Jews, international business. And during that time, that was 10 years old, 10, 11, 12. And I said, well, I had got, molested when I was about 8 years old. Then happened to get around 12 or so. And so, yeah, business was starting to get good. And then, wait a minute. What did you say now? What did you say right there? I said, molested. I was molested. He said, let's talk about that. So, he seemed to change. I seen it. I felt it right then when it was happening. Like, he saying, stop, come back, deal with that. But I didn't realize where it was going and what it meant to him, right? And I don't think he mentioned it on the air. Well, you're the first black dude that I heard, say you molested openly. It was just like after it seemed like I didn't feel anything else until like when we got outside. We got outside after the show, he walked us out. And that's when he started to really communicate with me. That, you're the first I ever heard, in my mind I said, wow, that's strong. Somebody saying, well, you're the first. That's like the first man in space to land on the moon, right? To me, right? Imagine me, I'm the first black man ever been on the moon. That means something, right? So it meant something to me, but I didn't know what it really meant. So the next morning I spoke to him. He was sitting in the same room that night with two gentlemen that I know. One dude that I used to sell oils to in federal prison up in, I think it was Cumberland federal prison. And he happened to be in that same prison with the dude that he was sitting with. He plays back. He goes on his phone, plays back the show from that night. So we did the show that night. That night he's getting ready to show it. He showed it, but the voice, they couldn't see the picture, but they heard the voice. They said, that's Sir Marketing. And he looked, right? You look at him, how you know him? So now he came in from Ohio that day, hooked up with him. And now your wife, he said, I'm the last fool. I know everybody know you but me. So that's amazing. And I want to thank him for that. And it seemed like, I think that was like 2 months ago. Look where we're at now.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So now, there you go. So let's go. Let's move it. Let's get the backdrop. Let's get the thing. Let's go. Let's get it going.
That's right.
Because this is not a one-night joint for me.
That's right.
Okay? And let me tell you why. Because when I was 8 years old, and I went over to this party, I remember it, and I'm remembering it more and more. I told my story more than the last 2-3 weeks, or less than 8 weeks, than I ever said in my life. I'm gonna go back one thing. My wife and I, Mark, were driving down I-20, coming back this way. And I'm like, driving, and I'm talking about all the people I'm taking care of. I got to take care of my staff, I got to take care of mom, I'm taking care of everybody, right? But nobody's taking care of me. What about taking care of me? And I started, nobody was there to protect me when I was coming, and I thought, well, it's not. I went back in time. I had no clue. I was going back in time, right? So that's when I started to realize that, this thing was bigger and deeper than I even thought. I'm this big guy, yeah, I kind of got past all that, now I'm 52, 53, and I'm 8 again.
Wow.
Right? Just like that.
That's right.
So now, I finally told somebody that I loved, and it meant something to me. And I didn't get what I felt that I would have got when I was 8. Like, what are you talking about? You're a liar, and this ain't happening. And I said, oh no, I can't, I didn't get that, but I knew at 8 years old that knowing my mother, how I was raised, there's certain things you just didn't say, certain things you didn't do, like you said, kick it under the rug, right?
Yeah. Right. That's right.
So, let's go, we're going over to somebody's house. Okay, but where? I do have to go? Yes, you gotta go. Get over there, bunch of kids in there. Here we go. So I'm telling somebody's story. Kids running around, all these kids, I don't know. So I'm kind of reserved, right? At first, now, I'm a hood dude, but I'm kind of reserved. Let me see what's going on. Like, got acclimated to the crowd. And I don't even think it was the first time. I got past that first night or so. Then we're going back over there again. Do I have to go? No, yeah, come on, you have to go. But now that I know I was being groomed by this girl. She would play with me, and I'm 8 years old now. I don't know nothing. I just want to play. We playing games or what? We were moving around, playing tag, hide and seek, with the games we played, right? So, all of a sudden, one night, it's, come here. Come on, what? I was a little boy, so I don't know. We're going in here. Come on in here. Go behind. Now she drops us behind the couch. Okay, it's our little hiding spot. Nobody knows. This is between me and you, right? So now I get violated. I don't know what's going on. We go back obviously we go back and play like nothing happened, right? But me, I ain't playing like nothing happened. I'm like, because the first time was oral, so my mind like, what is this, right? So that went on for a couple of good years. Okay, not knowing, but at that point, I knew all the girls loved me. All the girls who wanted it. Bad news, because that wasn't true. Bad news, and I caught myself doing what somebody did to me, right? Yep. Because it started to perpetrate itself and duplicate itself, right? So, of course I don't say nothing, right? So now, I have to hear my mother, because of me trying to always pursuing girls. She said, all girls don't like you. They don't want you. Everybody don't want you. So now I gotta hear that. After I went through a couple of years of, well, it seems like they want me. I ain't no problem. But see, the thing I want you to remember and keep in mind, the second time after that first encounter, I begged my mother not to go. I didn't want to go. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. You're going. Mom, I don't want to go. But back in them days, yeah. Too many of those, I don't want to, Well, don't you want something to eat? Mm-hmm. Want something to eat? Some knuckles? I'll pick knuckles. So she'll whop you, So I'm begging her, I don't want to go. So does that play memory in anybody's mind? When your child is going 100,000 miles per hour, that when they left the house and now they come back and every day they're 10 miles per hour, you as a parent got to know that's the first sign right there. I'm telling you, it may not be molestation, but it's something. You adults, we're happy. You happy with your mate? And all of a sudden, divorce comes. You ain't as happy no more. You ain't thinking that smoke like you had when you was happy. So you gotta watch the signs. There's clear signs why that happened. And one thing I've realized now more than ever is that it could have happened to my mother. She could not see the signs because, somebody said, well, you should have seen the signs. That's a lie. Everybody can't see the signs. You have to come to something like this or go get some help or some counseling and get some information so you can see and know the signs that were going on. You just can't just assume that people know. You can't do that. I mean, yes, you can. You can do that, but it doesn't work. That piece doesn't work because most people do only what they know we good. We got past that space. But here comes the age 11, 12 years old. Here come Uncle, I ain't gonna say his name, Ruben. I said, okay. All right? So here he comes. He did the same thing, did the, the pampering and the grooming. I didn't see it coming. I was a ball player. I like girls. I ain't never had no encounter with no man. Never. So here we come. It took him a while because, being the little boy down here, a little scrappy and stuff, right? In his mind, he had to take his time with me because I wasn't going, you can't just, because I'm just like one of them dudes, But the questions, if I had known, if we knew then what we know now, we wouldn't have played that game, right? So here comes the question. How can anybody, I don't care if you're grown, somebody asks you a question, you married?
Exactly.
You like men? You like women?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me those kind of questions?
Exactly.
Yeah, right? So we got to train our children. If you get a series of questions about your anatomy or how you living, you like boys, you like girls, then you got just your ears perk up, just say, hey, look, I got to change this subject. We got to go. And I know in my mind now, this the person, and now comes back to me and says, you like girls? They're asking you the same question. They're fishing, okay? It's a fishing expedition, okay? So, all of a sudden now, he's involved. Orally, right? Here you go. Okay, get past that. Now we want to go to the rectum thing. And I was like, that's when it was over for me. I was like, okay. It was like I was in a nightmare. You ever had a nightmare? You wake up and say, you're not sure where you at. Not sure where you at. You don't think you got to get your bearings straight. Oh, Lord, I got to get out of here. I'm getting out of here. He reached for that Vaseline, but he grabbed it. He said, don't go. But I said, really? I said, if you put your hands on me again, I'm telling my people. And I knew, see, I was a little nervous the first time because it was like, okay, they're going to kill him. And I'm not going to have an uncle, stepfather. I'm going to miss some people in my life. And I knew enough of that because I heard some of the stories, the notorious stories that were told about the males in my family, the testosterone, how they would implement pain on the people in the community. So I knew that. So he knew that. And he knew after that, he said, that was it. But he ended up being my friend after that. I didn't, he was a guy that I took his money, I still took the rides, we still played ball, and he was instrumental in me going to college, by the way. Because he told me if you go to college, you're doing it for you. But that had stopped at 13, so there was no threat after 13. I went back to my loving my girls' ways. After I had to double down. But you know how it is, being so young, I had to double down on the lovemaking because I wanted to make sure I was engaged.
That's right.
So I had to double down on the girls. So I'm sorry, that's just my life. That's just my story. Read the book. Listen to the video. Listen to the audio. Okay? Yeah. You can read it or listen to the story when it comes. But somebody being in that position, you don't know until sometime later when it affects you.
That's right. You gotta tell it.
So I told it. No, yeah, and you gotta tell it.
Right.
Let me tell you something about that. When I knew I could be was in this position to talk to people and tell them you gotta tell it. Very important to me. But I realized the more I do this, it's the adults that's gotta tell it.
That's right.
Get it out.
That's right.
Get it out. If it happened to you, I'm not saying name all the people that were involved, the people that were involved. Just tell your story. Get it out. I mean, tell somebody that's not your family. It's neutral. Just the practice, right? Because some of us in here, our family members are not going to be the best ones to tell, right? Right? And you have to have a lot of power in you to be able to tell a family member that you've been through that. Then what's the first question they'll ask you? Who was it? Then you be like, do I gotta tell it? Okay? So, be careful. Your mind is a very trick. I'm gonna tell you something. We're one of the strongest people on the planet. People that have been through that world, Miss Pinky Miller, I'm reading, like I said, I'm reading her book, and it kind of like, well, it does. It gets me outside myself. I'm like, man, I got to read somebody else's story now. So I'm more of a listener. She'll tell you, I got sets of series of CDs I listen to. So I'll listen to something before, or watch something before I read something. I'm one of those people, right? We got different people in there, right? Some people are visual, some people are audio, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing wrong with me. Okay, good. All right. I don't like to read, but I can read. Okay? But let me tell you something. Economics was the one thing that kept me balanced. Because I learned international economics when I was young. And it just at 13 when I was getting ready to slice my wrist, I had a razor in my right hand, crying out, y'all are gonna miss me, y'all are gonna miss me, you watch and see, y'all are gonna miss me. And I started crying out, God, Jesus, help me, help me, help me, please, please. Because I knew how to praise. Thank God my father used to come down and bring me down here to Atlanta to watch the Southern Baptist falling out all over the floor and craziness. Because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm 5 years old. That somebody just had a heart attack. Yo, that woman is singing. I'm like, loud. So I got a piece of that. And I'm like, ah. So I can praise. I knew I could praise. And so I started to praise, and I didn't do it, you know? But I vowed from there on out that I was going to let nobody ever touch me again like that.
That's right.
Ever. You know, ever. So everything I did was double down on. Get away from me, or don't touch me, or whatever. But I was an athlete. And I took a lot of my aggression out on the people that used to guard me. And I used to guard them. I played basketball. And believe me, some of the interviews I'm going to do, you're going to read the book, you're going to read some of the interviews, some of the cats that played against me. Because I took all that aggression and I transferred it to them, into their body, with my elbows and whatever else I could get to them, right? I was a beast in the Middle East, right? I'm telling you, on the second half of this deal right here, I'm going to talk about economics and how we're going to be able to change the way we do business with our youth in our households, how we deal with them, the youth in our communities. This is big. A lot of the survivors that are older now, ask survivors, anybody is struggling, because a lot of things play in your mind. It's hard to get their financial thing going. You start playing those tapes back in your head over and over again, and it's like, same thing. Repetition just breeds stuff, right? So now I have a system. I have a couple of systems. But I got a system I'm going to show you in the second half. It's not about selling. It's about the system. And what I'm going to do is I did an interview with Mike, but I did an interview with Kevin Vaughn. Where's Kevin Vaughn? I was on his, there he is. Kevin Vaughn's over in the corner. I was on his talk show the other night. And we was on there for 2.5 hours. I took the first 2 hours.
Take me now.
I'm doing it now. But what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get to the bottom. I'm doing it again.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Okay. Somebody said give him 5 more minutes.
No, I got
Here's
0
your
more
5.
minutes.
Watch, no, I'm almost there. Hold on. This is what I want you to understand. On the 26th, I'm going to make sure everybody signs up. On the 26th, I'm going to do a webinar.
Okay.
And I'm going to explain step by step, how the economics work in my system and how to get paid. An easy, simple, duplicatable way. And then I started my company with $96. Now my company makes over $1 million a year. Okay. So now it's awesome. So just make sure the 26th, make sure you sign up, put your email. I'm going to shoot you a webinar. I'm going to give you a link to my to the interview that I did on the Kevin Vaughn show. It was just so long and extensive, and it was more personal. He was asking me questions, and I took over the first hour and a half. Now let me come on and have 5 minutes at the end.
All right, thank you.
I'd like to thank you. God bless you. Okay? Thank you.